Hi friends, this is Yana. Welcome to part 2. I ended part 1 with me looking for housing so I could start working at a resort near the Grand Canyon. I was given a job offer, but no housing. After 1.5 years of car camping, all I wanted was secure housing for me and my cat, so I could accept the job offer. However, after a month of looking, no housing options came through, and I even tried dispersed camping at the Grand Canyon to see if it's even a viable option for me to commute 50 miles each day to work. Finally deciding it's not worth it, following a nagging feeling of unease from the whole situation, I backed away from the offer. 2 days later, the north rim of the Grand Canyon had a fast-spreading, devastating fire that destroyed an iconic historical lodge. It was not the one I was planning to work at, but still, it gave me a confirmation I was making the right choice. I continued to car camp and work at smaller local events like the Route 66 car shows in Williams and in Flagstaff, Saturday markets, and vendors' events. The hardest part was always leaving my tent behind with all belongings and juggling a cat in a hot car during the summer months in Arizona. In part 1, you saw my progression of emotional states from euphoria of the initial escape from MK Ultra abuse to exhaustion and confusion to righteous anger to acceptance and grief and hope for the future. My view of the world didn't become bitter, rather more realistic. I believe we live in the biblical end times. We are currently in the Satan's little season. The 1,000-year Christ reign already happened. Our history was erased and rewritten. The judgment is taking place on God's terms. Never in the known history the Earth's population has been this high. Souls are resurrected in the Satan's little season to be tested and judged. Those who don't repent and change their ways will be put to permanent deletion. All over the world, satanic concepts are emerging with record frequency. It started with our parents' generation. Subliminal messages were transmitted through songs and TV programs. The rise of MK Ultra happened during this period. Perhaps my stepfather researched these drugs and their effects on consciousness. He pursued that knowledge and decided to play God. He stalked my mother for 2 decades. Despite the Cold War and her living in a different continent and being married. Then he shifted his focus on me, having met me at just age 12. He started grooming me, subjecting me to MK Ultra for 3 decades. He kept me drugged and easy to manipulate with scopolamine. I see a pattern and intentionality in the actions of my mother. The fact that my mother moved to the US with my older sister and left me behind to be abused by my father, then set me loose to be drugged and abused by her second husband. Two very similar scenarios where I was powerless to abuse, being a minor and being sedated against my will. I developed an allergy to lies and deception because I grew up in a toxic family where white was black and black was white. I was given a mask of so-called normalcy to wear. My mother was the ultimate authority and instilled fear and compliance through violence and threats. I was valued for the services I provided, like housekeeping, massage, and being a good student, which reflected on my mother. Anything else, and I was ignored and punished, having to work through the pain of rejection on my own. I learned to self-regulate and manage my emotions, to trust the process, to live season to season, not moment to moment, to have compassion for others, just like I learned compassion for myself, to trust that everything comes in divine timing. I no longer have patience for conflicts. Instead, I practice strategic non-involvement. There is a power in walking away, choosing your battles, and conserving energy for proactive action. Practicing non-attachment to outcomes, being involved in the process, the now moment, where I can do inspired action to influence the outcome, bringing my full authentic self so I can rest in my calm confidence, letting my actions do the talking for me, removing the constant anxiety of having to do something versus the ease of just being, relaxing into the now moment. Thank you for being here and making it till the end of this video. If you like this content, hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you in the next one.